Hi guys, Buildzoid here, and this is like AHOC has recently reached 100,000 subscribers, so this is the sort of obligatory thank you video. So yeah, thank you for 100,000 subscribers, and that's it for the video. I'm joking. Um, yeah, no, like, but seriously, like, thank you for 100,000 subscribers. Like I do AHOC full time at this point. I've been doing AHOC full time for a while, and yeah, it's just like I still get the feeling like I stole something. I should not be allowed to have like a job like it's not necessarily easy, but like this good, I guess, is one way to put it. Because if I had to summarize like if I had to dumb down what I do, it's like I play with my toys and then I make videos about playing with my toys, or I make videos about toys I wish I might be interested in acquiring, right? Like that's essentially AHOC. Like I'm either talking about um, parts that I'm interested in, or talking about things that I've done with parts I have that I think are interesting. So yeah, that's AHOC for you. Right? It's like it's great. Like it doesn't seem fair that I'm allowed to do this at all. Like yeah. So thank you like so much because yeah, like as I said, this is basically my dream job. Like there's very minor like in terms of the activity that I do, I have no complaints. There's just kind of like well, the thing is, I feel like any issues I have with AHOC are just a matter of time at this point. And well, that like, and I'm definitely like the thing is, I'm very bad about procrastinating. The side effect of that is I'm extremely patient. So things get it like things being like, yeah, I've given enough time, this will be better. It's like, yeah, I got time. I've got so much time. So yeah, so thank you so much for making AHOC possible. And then the rest of the video is just kind of talking motivations, goals, future plans. So let's start with motivations for AHOC because I think that's kind of fun. So there's sort of two main reasons for why AHOC is a thing. So when I got into computer hardware, when I got into PC building more simply, um, I think I was 14 or something. Like that's when I built my first PC, and I didn't like the level of detail that most reviews had. Like I just thought like the reviews just weren't very detailed. They didn't go into too much detail about basically anything. So I basically went like, oh, I'm gonna like power delivery, discussions and reviews were basically like it's got X phases, therefore it's good. You wouldn't really see anybody testing if the VRM overheats under certain load scenarios. Same for memory overclocking performance. It was like, does the board run a high frequency XMP? And it was like, you could also test if it can tighten up timings properly, and a variety of different memory kits. Like, there's like so much you can test with memory, especially that it's just like, yeah, I was really disappointed about that. Then like memory reviews were, in my opinion, just as bad because they wouldn't even mention like the memory chips on their memory sticks that they were testing. So it's like, like the stick is literally it's a PCB with some memory chips. Could you at least say who makes the chips and which die revision they are? Thank you very much. Um, but yeah, so basically, you know, AHOC exists because I was disappointed with the level of detail in reviews. Then another reason why AHOC exists is like, well, in a way you could argue. Well, the reason I still do AHOC because the thing is on the live streams a lot of the time people ask, "Hey, Buildzoid, are you ever going to work for a manufacturer?" And it's like, well, no, because I'm not actually an engineer. I studied computer, and also like I'm not an electronics engineer. I didn't even study electronics engineering. I studied computer systems engineering, which is mostly software, and I failed out of that in my second year on C++ and software engineering. So yeah, that's kind of that. Um, and but at the time, AHOC was already sort of big enough to just about make it, and well, I made it. Here we are. It looked really borderline at certain points in the history of AHOC, but here we are. I made it. So good job, me. Or well, more like it's not really good job me. It's like thank you for basically bailing me out for my stupid life decisions. Is like one way you could look at it, right? Um, so yeah, like here we are. Thank you so much for getting me here because like obviously I still need to make videos and I do put a lot of um I don't know. Like the thing is, as I said, like HOC is me play to me. It's like me playing with my toys. So I don't feel it's fair to say I put a lot of work into uh into my videos because it's like I'd be doing silly memory overclocks. Like I'd be overclocking memory just like I overclock memory out of boredom. I mod GPUs out of boredom. Like I want to take oscilloscope shots of various GPUs because I like well yeah out of boredom. In other words, I just find that kind of thing interesting, right? Which is like you do interesting things to get rid of boredom, and it just so happens that what I like what I'm interested in also helps people. Hopefully helps people make better purchasing decisions, right? Like that is one thing with AHOC that always just has me super worried is like, what if I make a mistake and recommend a bad motherboard? Like that is one thing that I'm always just super worried about because it's like there's a limited amount I just like there's limits to how much stuff I can test, right? And so like whenever I make a motherboard recommendation to somebody, like I really hope that if I recommended them a motherboard that they are satisfied with that motherboard. Because like that is my biggest like basically my biggest fear is recommending somebody a motherboard that they won't like because yeah I've had motherboards that I absolutely bloody hated. So yeah, Rampage 5 Extreme. Anyway, and I wanted to cough that, but my voice has been like I'm not sick. It's like my voice just sometimes randomly decides to go, and yeah, like earlier today it decided to go, and now it's mostly back, but it's I can't fake cough. So so that was a bit clearer than I was hoping it would be. But hey, it's no like if you've been on an AHOC live stream, it's no secret that I absolutely despise the Rampage 5 Extreme. Um, anyway, yeah. Or was I going with that? So yeah, it's like so where right motivations reviews not detailed enough. Did I mention that? Like I've done so many takes of this video at this point, so you gotta forgive me that this is a mess, but like more of a mess than usual for an AHOC video. But yeah. Um so yeah, like where was I going with that? Well, the other motivation. So basically there's the motivation of like I just want to cover motherboards in more detail and just like I just like testing boards and then sharing information about it. The other thing is I did want like one of the other things I wanted to do was get more people into competitive overclocking. So like HW bot and LN2 overclocking. And I think to some extent I've succeeded with that, though I've also failed in that in the sense that I haven't run liquid nitrogen for months, which is like Buildzoid, that is not okay. And I can assure you that that is going to change. I've kind of decided that I want to change that soon. Like I want to get liquid nitrogen soon. I'm not sure when, but it's just like yeah, like it is now taken like it ended up getting shifted way down the sort of like priority list for things I'm doing with AHOC over time. And now I feel like, you know what? No, I need to run more LN2 like cuz yeah, like it's fun. And the main thing is it's just like also it's like yeah, like whatever. Like I just want to run more LN2 again. What else was there that I wanted to talk about? So yeah, get people into extreme overclocking and then, provide more detail on motherboards and like hardware that interests me. And yeah. Then sort of so future goals for AHOC, like I want to get better at repairing things. I'd like to figure out how to do repair content better. Like the thing is, I'm never going to be posting repair videos, but I would like to set up I'd like to get to the level of like I'd like to be able to do like repair live streams and not feel terrible about them. The thing is, when I'm repairing stuff, I don't repair with schematics. So like because I don't have schematics and I'm not aware of where you would get schematics for like most GPUs, and I'm mostly interested in repairing like GPUs, and I would like to repair motherboards as well, but like the thing is GPUs are like as long as you avoid certain types of defects, GPUs can be relatively simple to fix. Motherboards are an absolute bloody nightmare. So, because they're just so much more complex and there's so many more things that can go wrong, and yeah, and if you don't have a schematic for a motherboard, then it's just like it gets really, really difficult really, really fast. Um, Whereas with GPUs, like you just have very basic things that you need to check, and like if those are fine, then and the GPU is not working, then you probably have a silicon problem, and there's not really any great way to fix that. So, at that point, you may as well just kind of go like, okay, well, that's a lost cause, and I guess we can turn that into an e-power or something. Which, speaking of e-powers, like, yeah, this is the thing. Like, I have to say, I'm actually kind of annoyed how AHOC has slid into casualness, right? Like, the channel's called actually Hardcore Overclocking, and I would still say that this channel's relatively hardcore. I mean, uh, like you don't see the vault mods, the various modding stuff I still do, and the various like you don't see casual YouTube channels doing 2 volt memory overclocks. You don't see that kind of thing elsewhere. So that's it's kind of hardcore, not that hardcore. Like 2 volts into memory is not really that big a deal if you're doing it short term. Um, but yeah, so AHOC has kind of really slid into being very casual recently, and that's a problem. So for the future, I want to get it less casual again. Uh, yes, it's like it's not supposed to be casual overclocking. Like the whole point of the actually hardcore, because the thing is what like it kind of goes back to the whole. I wasn't a fan of the level of detail in most reviews. Like there was also like the whole like the reason why actually hardcore overclocking is the name of AHOC is because there was a bunch of like review sites which were their name would imply that they're like very heavy, very overclocking focused, and then you'd read their bloody review, and their memory overclocking section was basically we enabled XMP, and I'm just sitting there like, yo, I do realize that technically speaking, Intel considers enabling XMP overclocking. Just like, no, but I don't. It's like if you can't run XMP, that's like XMP is what like stock for the memory, and so yeah, that's kind of the thing with the name. And like recently, yeah, it's like I'd argue that like I think I said this on Discord, where I said you don't choose to become Linus Tech Tips, your audience drags you into it. So thanks, guys. Thanks for that. Because like it's kind of true. Like HOC has really turned into just like casual daily motherboard review central, and it's just like, man, this is boring. So I'm kind of thinking like I know a lot of people really want me to do a lot of B550 coverage, but I'm like so not excited for that. Though interestingly enough, there are like B550 motherboards seem to have like some memory overclocking updates. So I kind of want to like there's some stuff I want to try with that. Um, but yeah, I don't really want to do like a whole bunch of B550 stuff. Um, it's just yeah, like the thing is like AHOC is not AHO, like it's not, the H is starting to fade away, and that is a real problem. So yeah, and to that extent, like I need to get more liquid nitrogen. Like I really need to get more liquid nitrogen. And I've kind of been thinking, like the thing is, it got shifted down the sort of AHOC stuff priority list, and I've been thinking about it more recently, and it's like, but that was actually dumb. Like there's no reason for it to be that far down the priority list as of right now. So it's going back up, and yeah, I do want to run, LN2 again, hopefully somewhat soon, because it's like, it's not okay that actually hardcore overclocking is not hardcore anymore. Like, come on. Um, so I mentioned repairing thing. Did I? Yeah, I did mention get better at repairing things. Man, this is the thing. I should have written notes for what I want to cover in this video, but um yeah, like the thing is mainly like AHO, like my plans for the future of AHOC is mostly to just do more of the same and do it better. That's it. Get better at repairing. Uh, okay, this is not gonna work. So get better at repairing stuff. Get better at modding stuff. Run more LN2, like way more LN2. Um, do more live streams. What else is there? Stop sucking at memory overclocking. That would be a good one. Which a lot of people might be like, well, Buildzoid, you're like the best memory overclocker we've ever seen. And it's like, yeah, it's not a good thing. um, what else is there? That's kind of it, really. As just like, yeah, like I don't have any like huge, massive goals. Like there's not going to be any changes to like how videos get made. There's not going to be changes to like, I'm still not going to edit. I just like, the thing is, I want my videos to be more casual. I don't want them to be super serious. I don't want them to be super scripted, super like overproduced. Like I don't like it. And or it's not that I don't like it's just like I don't feel it's necessary. Um, and I do like the more casual approach to my video making. And there are upsides to it, like because I don't edit, like some videos literally like I do one take, that take is 45 minutes, the video takes me like an hour 30 minutes to make, right? Because there's also the like waiting for you. Well, like there's some pre-planning, and then there's some because it's not like I go without a script. Like for especially PCB breakdowns, I actually have a list of notes of everything I should cover. Um, Sometimes I forget to check the notes, or sometimes I look at the notes, go like, which idiot wrote this, and ignore them. But yeah. Like the videos aren't going to fundamentally change in terms of how they work, because once I have a formula figured out for doing certain videos, I can get them done so fast. And it's awesome because that gives me more time to work on actually testing things, modding things, like, like, because this is the thing, like a lot of YouTube channels are heavy onto this sort of video production. I want to be heavy on the hardware, right? And that's part of the reason why you don't like see me in the videos regularly, right? Like this is the first video in a very long time where you've seen yours truly. But the reason for that is like if I'm talking about a motherboard, I'm not important. The motherboard is important. If I'm showing you a memory overclock, I'm not important. The memory overclock is important. If I'm like you get the idea. It's like I am not important. My face being in the video does not add anything to the video. And so yeah, that's why my face isn't in the video, even though my face not being in the video probably, like from what I've heard, the algorithm favors videos with faces in them, because like as my understanding is, people prefer watching people, but I don't like watching people. You might have noticed I'm not generally looking directly at the camera because it looks too much like it's too much like looking into somebody's eyes. So I'm looking like off to the anywhere else but the actual audience, right? So yeah, so yeah, it's like, so that's why I'm not in the videos. That's why I'm not in any thumbnails. It's just like, and actually that's why my thumbnails aren't stupid. It's just like I don't really like, I want the channel to be focused on the hardware. And yes, that makes my channel kind of annoying to find. And I regularly see people who are like, I regularly get people asking me questions about things that I've already covered in videos, and then I go like, have you not seen the video? And they're like, wait, you posted that? And it's like, oh, YouTube, you should really like, so I guess you should really hit the bell button on my video, on my channel, because yeah, I'm so anti-algorithm that it actually hurts my audience. Like, this is the other thing, is like, you could argue that me not doing stupid clickbait thumbnails and clickbait titles harms my audience because they don't get to hear the information that they probably wanted to hear, considering that they end up asking me about it, and I go like, have you not seen the bloody video? It's like, no. But the other thing is like, I refuse to like I don't want to bend over for the algorithm. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, screw the algorithm. This is my channel. I will run it my way, and I don't care what Google's silly watch time optimization experiments think. I am not showing up in the videos. Like, there's no need for me to be in a video about a motherboard. I want your attention to be on the bloody board. And then there's, of course, the people who just have me as background noise, which is, I guess, most of my audience, which would like that would probably explain the other people asking questions about things I've already covered, where it's like they have watched the video, they just didn't actually watch it. It was just kind of playing in the background. And so yeah. Anyway, so that's it, I think, for this video. Like, I've covered everything. Like, thank you for making AHOC possible. And going forward, thank you for making AHOC possible. AHOC exists because I got very upset about buying a bad motherboard once, is one way to put it. And I want to get more people into extreme overclocking, which I've kind of managed to do. And what else was there? Right, and then for the future, I want to get better at repairing things. I want to do more live streams. LN2 is not cancelled. It was just I've had a vacation from the liquid nitrogen. That's one way to put it. Cool juice is still cool. Right, the video production is not going to get any better because it does, in my opinion, it doesn't have to. And a lot of people might disagree with me on that. But I don't really care what those people think. So, like, I just get really annoyed when I see comments where it's like, you ramble too much. And I'm just like, and you're wasting my time by telling me that I ramble too much, because you evidently, like, you've evidently, like, well, the thing is, I never put it as a message, but like, when I ask for any comments, questions, suggestions, when I ask for suggestions of editing the video are not the suggestions I had in mind. I had in mind, like, oh, you could maybe, I don't know, like, include this information, or could you talk about, like, this detail, or that kind of thing. The people going, like, your videos are too long. That is not the feedback I was looking for. So, that's it. So I guess thanks for watching. I can't see the runtime of the video from here, so I have no idea how long this is. Actually, yeah, anyway, so thanks for watching. Thanks for making AHOC possible. And I hope that, that you continue to enjoy whatever I manage to produce, because I still don't get why people watch my channel. Anyway, I'm going to go hit that stop button. Goodbye.